It's the Old Ferguson West neighborhood, and the community who gardens there or who participates or who, I mean, it's, people rent plots, so there's a plot you can rent, but then there's community areas too. So the kids, we have strawberry pyramids, and the kids who come help weed, we're like, go pick strawberries. And one kid told me, that looks like a real strawberry. And it is. Honey, we'll wash it off, you can have it. So, I mean, some of these kids have never seen just the personalities of the different plants growing and how fast corn grows. And so, yeah, we're planning another Children's Day with a corn eating contest and a watermelon seed spitting contest. And so, yeah, we want the kids to feel like they're a part of it so that they don't feel compelled to vandalize or to feel like we're not a part of this. So, you know, screw them, we're going to do whatever we want. Yeah, so.
My name is Nicole Rugman, and I live in St. Charles County. But my project, my NLA project, was actually based out of the Calvary Cemetery off West Florissant, which probably sounds a little odd, but I was a part of a collaborative. I did project management and community outreach for a collaborative who's actually working to restore a piece of a native prairie in the back right-hand corner of the cemetery. So I came in to kind of bring about awareness of the prairie, that there's a native tall grass prairie there, which is very rare in our area, to engage the community, to work with the libraries, to try to get the school districts involved, that type of thing. And out of that came this opportunity as a professional development opportunity. So the agency that I was contracting with said, you know, hey, this looks like a really good opportunity. I said, yeah, let's check it out. So I came here with that project in mind. I left with a whole different twist to that project in mind, and it grew into something much, you know, larger than that. So it's been a great experience for me.
I actually came into NLA with a project in mind because I've already been working on the pilot program to begin with, and it's called the Lights On Neighborhood Engagement Program. And it basically spun out from our North County staff, which are staff members from our partner churches in the area, just getting together, talking about, you know, problems they see with older adults in their communities. And two of the prominent ones were, one, neighbors don't know their neighbors as well as they once did, and two, that, you know, the older adults, they don't feel as safe in their neighborhoods as they once did. So we wanted to, you know, start a program, figure out a way to help break that cycle of fear. And so after doing research with municipalities, a lot of the police officers in the area, we also partnered with WashU. They did a little bit more of the scholarly research for us. And so we came up with the product of Lights On. So we wanted to install motion sensor lighting on the homes to help, you know, increase lighting. Do that basil trimming yard work, which is trimming the bushes below window line, trimming them up a little bit off the ground so that the neighbors can see feet hiding around someone's home, and also trimming those tree limbs up 6 to 8 feet from the ground, really just exposing your yard so you can clearly see out and your neighbors can clearly see in. So that's helping increase safety around the home for the older adult. And then the engagement part of it is we ask them to engage in their community some way, however they see fit.
I think some of the exercises that we did in the class actually helped me learn how to shut up and listen, which I'm a problem solver. So if there's a problem, I solve the problem. And for me to take a step back and say, how would you do this? Or, you know, give me your opinion, and take that and work that into what was going to happen in the end and kind of release control. It was a fascinating process to go through and to see other people go through it too. The transformation of the class overall was spectacular. It was one of the best experiences of my life.
And So the leadership piece was really important to me. It kind of gave me the confidence. I was trained as a mental health social worker, so more direct practice, one-on-one. The confidence that grew out of the leadership piece was like, you know what, you can do this, and this is how you do it. You bring these people in, so the whole group dynamic thing became much more empowering to me.
Neighborhood Leadership Academy really helped me. One of the main things there is identify your stakeholders. We went over that so many times, and just because it really is so important, because that really helped change kind of the tide of how I was going to implement it in my next neighborhoods. So, and really my personal leadership goal that I was working on was inspiring a shared vision, which really went hand in hand with my program.
To be brief, what I really took away was the grant writing and the listening practices and some of the leadership training that I had, we learned our shortfalls and then came up with a plan to deal with those. So that was very good. And I took some of that with me on my job, anyway, just to enrich how I treat my team that I manage. So it was very good overall.
And I really, really cherished, and I think I really listened to my NLA members, if you will, my team members or my classmates, I don't know how to exactly address them, was to listen to their experiences in their own communities and what they really, really needed and what they really, really wanted. And sometimes what I think was way off base, so I could really hear their experiences. And I love the fact that we were such a diverse group of, politicians, of school teachers, of, young adults just graduating from high school. So it wasn't just like this very specific class or range of people. It was so diverse, and it made the experience very rich.
I had the opportunity to put my grant writing skills into practice, and I solicited two very sturdy picnic tables from AT&T, and I had to go through the formal process and, the $1,000 tables, and they were just sitting there not being used, and so I thought, why not? Why not ask for it? And so I did have to go through the formal process, and I was very glad that I had taken the time to really put something solid together to ask for these funds or these, this donation, if you will. And it was really rewarding to actually jump through all the hoops, and it took 2 or 3 months to get all the questions answered, and lo and behold, the tables are at the garden now. So
really the feedback is from the individual homeowners, because, I follow up, about a week after the light's been installed, and just, how you feel, do you feel any safer? Because we do, a safety questionnaire before, and right now I'm in the process of getting those safety questionnaires, post. But just within talking to them, within the first night, they go up there, they test it works, and just their level of safety or their perceived safety is just so much higher.
I have a friend who is trying to start a youth initiative for teens in the area in memory of her daughter. And she asked me, because she knows I'm so involved in different areas of the community, how does something like this get started? And I told her, oh my gosh, you need to take this class. You need to be in here, because it gives you basically every tool that you'll think you need and tools that you didn't even know you'll need. It's a very, very comprehensive class for the short amount of time that it is. It's absolutely amazing.